Okay, happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. So, as promised, I am going to send you this video because we are not doing the first Thursday training we normally do at 8 o'clock tonight since we already have an event going on. But what I wanted to do was share something with you that has come up several times in the last couple of weeks, and it is all about mapping out routes that you want to go on where you're door knocking, whether that's going to FSBOs, expireds, canceled or withdrawn unconditional properties, any of those that you want to go out to, knock on their doors, see if you can generate some business. This is how you can do that using showing time. So typically we know showing time, if you have a buyer, there's several properties that you want to look at. You can pull those up and then you can create a smart route from that. But a lot of people don't realize you can do this for anything that you want to do where you're driving to make sure you're not wasting time, right? Because right now gas prices are not cheap. So this training is not only going to help you save money, but it also help you earn money because you're going to go out there knocking on some doors and get some new business. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click on this showings button and then click on showing cart. And you can see I've kind of been playing around with this. What you're going to do, your tour date. So whatever date you want to do it, let's just say on Tuesday, you're going to go out. You don't have to select a buyer here. It's not required. And you're door knocking, right? So it's not something you need to select anyway. And here you can say, I'm going to do expired door knocking. All right, so I type in a description there and then I click add to my tours. And then you'll see it'll come over here. So you're just going to click that link. And now you can start adding addresses. So where do you add those addresses from? Well, it depends again on what you're doing. If you are doing FSBOs, so for sale by owners, you probably went to forsalebyowner.com or you went on to Zillow.com, Realtor.com, you just searched for sale by owners. So you're going to have all those addresses either written down or they're going to be on a screen that you just flip over to, you get the address, and you come back here, which is what I'm about to do. Now I'm going to do just expireds. So if I go over to Matrix, and now of course there is expireds. These are all the expireds in the last 24 hours. But let's say I'm just going to do a quick search. I only want expired listings. And I want them in the last 10 days. Let's just see if there even are in Sarasota now. So I'm just going to choose a bunch of other zip codes in the area. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so I just chose all of Sarasota, and look at that, only 4 come up. Now, if I, in a normal market, I would say there'd be typically more than just 4, but it's just in the last 10 days, right? So I've got 4 here, and let's say I want to go to all of these, but I really don't know what's the best route to start with. So I'm going to go back to showing time. And so we've got 3014 North Osprey. I'm going to click on add listing stop, and I'm just going to search for this listing. 3014 Osprey. You don't have to put everything in there. Search for it. It came up. So I'm going to click on that. And now it's in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go back again. Let's see. Perfect for today, right? Tequila sunrise. Happy Cinco de Mayo. All right, so I'm going to add that guy in there. 9320. Tequila. There it is. So I added that one, and now I'm going to come over here to 6618 35th. Okay, there it is. Now, if for any reason a listing that you type in here does not come up, don't worry. You always do want to check, though, if you are doing an expired or a withdrawn unconditional search and you're going to go door knock, it's important that you also just check to make sure that it hasn't been relisted. Don't waste your time. So obviously the smart route is going to help you with your driving, but if you put a listing on there that has been relisted, because look, if you're going out door knocking, you're probably not the only one. People are calling expired listings all the time. They're going out. Not a lot of people door knock, I can tell you that much, but they will get calls. And maybe the listing agent that had it renewed their listing agreement and they put it back on the market. So always check against the active listings to see if it's back on the market. All right. But if for any reason it doesn't show up and it is expired, it's not back on the market, it's not pending, then you can just click add other stop and you would just put the address in there and it will automatically populate, which I'm going to show you that in a second because we're going to start from my house. All right, so we have one more to throw on there, 3110 61st. There it is. Okay, so I have all 4 listings on there. Now, if you see, let's change this. So the way that they have this right now, starting over here, and then I'm going down here, and then I'm coming back up here, and I'm going down there. All right, is that the most efficient? Probably not. So how can we make it a little bit more efficient? It's by creating the smart route. All right, but first, I need to make sure I add my home. Okay, so I'm going to be coming from the house, which most of you will be, or you may be coming from the office. So you just put in that address. Okay, now this is going to be my first stop, right? So I'm going to keep that there. And now I'm going to click the Smart Route button underneath here. All right, so your first one that you put, it will keep it there. And now it orders everything in the most logical sequence. So you can see from here, from my house, I'm going to come down over here to 61st Street and then go back up to 35th and then come over here to North Osprey. And then I finish my day over here with Tequila Sunrise. All right, so this is just a nice, easy way for you to be able to figure out what the best route is if you're doing any type of door knocking that is not centralized. And by centralized, I mean if you're doing circle prospecting, well, you really don't need to do this because you're in one neighborhood and you're literally going door to door. But if you are going out to FSBOs, if you're doing expireds or withdrawn unconditionals, remember withdrawn conditional means it's still, they still have an agreement, listing agreement on that property, so you can't get that one. So just go to the withdrawn unconditionals. Those ones are up for grabs. All right. So again, just a nice, easy way to be able to see exactly where you should be going, make your time most efficient, and it tells you the time it takes you to get to each place. You can send this off to yourself. Let's say you've got a teammate that you want to go out there with and you want to send this to him or her. You can email the tour details, you can print it out. And again, you can print it out just like you do with a buyer's tour. Is you have the agent version, you can show the map, you can show the directions. So here it tells you each house. If you need the turn-by-turn directions, which if you don't have GPS, something's not right, right? We got it on our phones, we got it on our cars, really don't necessarily need that. And then if you just want an overview, otherwise you just do this and it tells you which one to go to next, type it in your GPS and you're good to go. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. I do recommend going out and circle prospecting, calling or door knocking on expireds, withdrawns, FSBOs. The more of these lead generation tools you can do, the more business you're going to get. Remember, guys, it is a numbers business. It's not going to be the first 5 people that you go out to and they're going to be like, oh my God, I want to work with you. No, it's just repetitive. And the other thing that's good about this, if you haven't been doing it, it really gets you out of your comfort zone and makes you have those conversations. And I can tell you this, and some of you have probably heard this from me, There are multiple conversations I have had, and still to this day, nobody is ever perfect. But especially at the beginning, when I'd be talking in front of somebody who, let's just say it was a for sale by owner, and all of a sudden my mind just goes blank, right? And I have no idea what the heck I'm saying. There's part of me that's saying you just need to shut up and leave because you've already blown it. But look, that's how you learn, all right? They're going to forget about you an hour after you left. So we're going to be harder on ourselves than people will be. So just go out there and do it. This is how you get better. This is how, especially new agents or agents that need business, this is how they do it. They go out there and they get in front of as many people as possible. So again, hope this was helpful. Enjoy the rest of your day and be safe out there. We'll talk soon.